Well, an investigation has, we've learned some things from that horrible, tragic incident at that, on that ride, the Tower Drop in Orlando. I don't know if you heard about it, but this kid.
No, I didn't hear about it.
14 years old. Do you know what a Tower Drop is?
Yeah.
It's like, like the
Tower of
cylinder,
Terror.
and you go, no. Oh. That's like kind of, that's like the enclosed version.
Right.
Yeah, this is just like one of those open like cylinders, and it brings you up, and then drops you and brings you back, drops you and brings you back. It's just like a dip ride, basically. And
it looks like a giant version of like the mallet, you know what I mean, at the county fair.
It looks kind of like the Space Needle.
Ring the bell.
Right.
Yeah.
So an investigation into what caused this 14-year-old to slip out of his harness and fall to his death on a drop tower ride in Orlando has concluded that the operator was the main cause, not the actual structure of the ride itself. Tyree Sampson fell off the ride at Icon Park on March 24th. Officials announced this week that the ride operator made, quote, manual adjustments to Sampson's harness so that he could fit, but doing so caused this large gap between like the horn, that goes in between your legs and the harness that you bring down. So
there's such a thing as there's too fat and too skinny for rides. You know what I mean? They both pose an equal
threat.
Danger, even though there are other directions. Is he too skinny for the ride?
No.
Too big for
the maximum weight for the ride is 286. Sampson weighed 360.
I stand by my point.
Well, but it's because what the ride operator did was you get it into the lock position, it makes the noise, you see the light, and then he readjusted it. So it would still look like everything was copacetic. You're only supposed to have 3.33 inch gap between the harness and the horn. This one had 7, and it could reach 10, it just depending on velocity.
So now, by the way, instead of or in union with Mickey doing the thing where he holds his hand out, you have to be this high.
Right. Now we have a
giant crab who's holding.
You have to fit inside the hug.
Pictures out. You can't get your big ass inside of this, because that's happening.
It's like the airline carry-on bag.
Right, exactly.
When I did the iFly thing, I just did the simulated parachuting on the ground fan thing. They got a scale. And you got to get on that scale.
You won't get liftoff.
And the max, they want to know how much fan to put into your ass.
Right.
And the max was 300 pounds, which I thought, well, good on you if you're 300 bills and this is still your thing, number one. But number two, the instructor guys are these very wafy, thinny, acrobatic-y guys, but they got to kind of cradle you. The 300-pounder getting out into the fan,
that's a lot.
Seems like you're pushing a lot of weight.
How old was this 360
pounder?
14.
That feels impossible.
To be 380?
Yeah, 14 years old.
14. He was a football player already. He was playing football.
According to Fox 35 Orlando.
Yeah.
So when they slowed down, that's when he was unfortunately able to slip through the almost 10-inch gap between the horn and the harness. And but they're saying this was not an electrical failure. This was not the ride's fault. The operator manually did it so the kid could get on the ride. And
he's going to catch all the heat. The poor kid who has a summer job.
Right.
He's going to catch the heat. You hired him.
He's what we call an empty bag. The amusement parks, the deep pockets. That's where the money's coming out. And look, if you're tired of the long lines and you want to get in on this one, people,
walk right up.
Now's the time.
Yeah.
Probably not going to happen again.
I think it's closed down right now for investigation.
I know, but right when it opens.
Time it. Yeah, I think you're right.
But why are you so trusting, though? That's my question on all those rides. I know people go on the rides. Even you went, you put on the squirrel suit and you were flying over a fan, right? Well, that was the fan?
Yeah.
But there's a gate. Okay,
it's just a jumpsuit, by the way. It's not really the squirrel.
That would have been awesome. A
that
squirrel suit.
Through the roof.
It's a fucking challenger.
But it's just like, I go to amusement parks with my wife and relatives, and they're all, let's try it. And I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. Like, you could go. I try all the stuff that I feel like, okay, that I might break an arm at the worst.
Right.
But I'm not.
Medium upside, huge downside.
Yes. Yeah, that's the way. It's like an investment like that. And you know, I read my life insurance policy. I really did.
Does it not cover roller coasters?
No, it doesn't cover it. It doesn't cover if I start, like, now I get, like, I'm hitting that age where I want to try, like, Yeah, I want to become a pilot. Like I said that. Life insurance says you can't be a pilot. Don't start now. You know, and skydiving. My wife did skydiving. And I was just like, one of the sad parts about it was that I knew if something happened to her, like life insurance wasn't going to pay her policy out. Like, and then I was going to have to mourn.
Right.
Like, one thing is mourning, but another thing is like mourning with money.
Right.
Like, that you can, like, you know, me, I have habits, you know, like Michelin star restaurants. I'll be able to go on these fantastic Michelin star restaurants.
Eat through your pain.
Yeah, I'll eat all through my pain.
Mourning with
Europe,
money sounds like a good podcast to get involved with.
100.
Do you guys remember, and as long as we're going down memory lane, and you can look it up, Chris, airports used to have a life insurance, like, little kiosk or something.
No, but that makes sense.
That was before my time, too.
And I wasn't flying, but my grandparents, once a year, would go back to Hungary. And I could remember.
Is it short-term life insurance, like for the next 8 hours?
I think it's air insurance.
No shit.
I mean, it's technically like life insurance, but it's like air insurance. And I remember, like, you drive them to the airport, and it was back, you know, this must have been the 70s or the early 70s. And you could just walk through LAX.
Right, easily.
And just like, well, we'll walk you to the gate.
Yeah.
You like walk you to the gate and just walk you to get on the plane, sit on the pilot's lap, have a highball.
Honk.
Yeah, just drive. And you just like walk. And I remember passing these like machines. And the machines were like 50 cents gets you $25,000 worth of insurance.
I'll take it.
This flight goes down. And I remember as like a 7-year-old kind of calculating, like, well, they're older. You know, they've lived a pretty rich life.
Pop a couple of quarters in there on their behalf.
I love where this is going. Young Adam just putting in $1 on behalf of his grandparents.
Young Adam didn't have $1, but we're looking at it.
That looks like a stove.
Yeah.
Airline
like an old
trip
oven.
Cigarettes, too.
Yeah.
insurance. Chris, can you tell us more? I have not thought about this
Never
since like
saw one of those.
1974.
So some of these, like for mere, like
Look at this.
that one in the 60s, it lasted till the 2000, till about 2000. But
Yes. Brian, cameras on trucks,
No.
insurance
Nothing.
machines at airports.
I feel,
Wait,
like, I
going
feel like
back.
that I've seen in like Apollo 13. This I have no knowledge.
But this
10
is something.
quarters gets you $75,000
This
payout.
is something we can bring back, guys.
This is
Yeah.
not legally
Can we just do
binding.
this
on the next reasonable doubt.
We need a notary standing next to it.
We can. I'm telling you, we could take this to Shark Tank. I'm with it. I'm 1,000%. This will sell again. There's some be a goofy person who will buy one.
25 cents gets you $7,500.
Yeah.
Honey of a deal.
Up to 300,000. By the way, now you're looking at young Adam, like 7.5,
Yeah.
300,000. That was
You're
all
a
the
king.
money anyone with my
Yeah.
last name was going to make an entire generation.
Yeah.
You're making mistakes. You're Justin Bieber at $300,000.
And
at
I
7
was
years
like
old.
looking at that with like, okay, you know, 5 quarters for $37,000. Like, well, but at that point, I'd be wishing the plane
Yeah.
went down.
You go cut the brakes.
Yeah.
well, the insurance would pay out in the event of your death during the specified leg of a specified flight.
Oh.
So it didn't cover any other flights or incidents other than your death.
Jesus.
And changing flight voids the policy, and so that's
That is the most morbid shit.
Totally
For the flight you're
morbid.
about to get on, do you want to spare a couple of quarters, and if it goes down, your family's taken care of?
I have arguments with people changing gears, but I have argument with young people that don't have life insurance and have that are stand-up comics or that leave their house or travel for 2 hours. My barber travels 3 hours every day to open up his barbershop. He has his barbershop in Hollywood, but he lives out, somewhere, whatever, Pomona or
you have a barber?
Yes. And then I tell my barber, hey, you have life insurance? He's younger. He's like 37. He's like, nah, man, that's like wishing death upon yourself.
No.
I was like, you're an idiot.
Don't do
You're
it.
an idiot.
I know.
Don't think like that.
It's like being a donor means you're going to get no car accident,
idiot.
on your
You're so fucking
license.
stupid.
Yeah, can't go through life that way.
Yeah.
How crazy are these insurance machines?
I feel like you made them
Never
up,
knew
even though I
about
know you
these.
didn't.
They were ubiquitous. Now,
Did anyone cash in, and how would one do that?
I do not
Yeah.
know.
You have the
It's very
fucking-
analog.
You have the policy on you
right.
when the plane goes down.
There's nowhere to upload it.
No, this is.
Or do you bring it to the desk?
I wonder if this is for the wife who's dropping the
Dropping
husband off
Yeah,
at the airport. I
Man,
do not
Dateline
know.
would have a field day with that. And then she took out a life insurance policy at the airport.
Oh my God! It's also kind of shows where you're at relationship wise. Like if your wife is dropping you off, it's like you had a few quarters. What do you want? We need the newspaper. You want some snacks? I got snacks.
I'm just feeling a little peckish. I'll decide when I get in. You got like maybe, I don't know, you got $1 worth of quarters?
I could probably rustle it up, but hey, so if you're gonna get some snacks, get me like a payday. bar.
Yeah. Oh, I'm getting a payday. Don't you worry about that.
Yeah. I can't wait to get back into your arms. By the way, after this business trip,
Open and willing. Can't wait. So those quarters? Actually, you don't have. I feel like we were going to go to the laundromat.
Jeez.
Do you have like 10 quarters?
I probably got some, but geez, it looks like some clouds are rolling in. I don't know if this is a good.
You know
time
what?
to-
I'll take 15 quarters.
Yeah.
I'm
if
just
you
kind
got
of worried
'em.
about the clouds rolling in.
Oh no, they're for your friend,
Haven't
Mr.
you heard of
Happy
that
Little
wind?
Cloud.
There's something called wind shear, sweetie.
No, there's something called a windshield. You'll be fine. I'll take. Do you have those 20 quarters I was going to drop off at the bank?
I got a roll of quarters.
Oh, perfect.
But
I'll take those.
I got a bad
be right-
feeling.
What?
No.
No, I'll be right
Nancy.
back.
What did you find out, Chris?
So there's a guy named Jack Graham in 57. He let's see, he killed 44 people aboard a United States airline flight above Colorado using a dynamite time bomb. He planted the bomb in his mom's suitcase in an apparent move to murder her, and claimed $37,500 worth of life insurance money that he purchased at the terminal right before the
That
flight
feels like
departed.
fraud.
I think they're going to avoid that.
Yeah. He was charged and convicted of the murder of his mom.
There's
sentenced
no way
to
they paid
death,
out.
All
executed
right.
that
They
year.
didn't pay out that guy, but what if your dad is sitting behind that
Oh,
guy and he
right.
bought the thing? Then
Now
he's like,
we're
hey,
cooking with gas.
I'm not God here. The plane blew up. What do you want?
If anyone listening has access to one of these machines, Adam will pay top dollar to have it in the studio.
That's a hell of a lot better than that stupid condom machine there
Fucking
when
A.
all their hipsters are hanging up in their party
That's
houses.
amazing. I never knew about
Wow.
that.
Well, also, wouldn't it look? By the way, 37,000 is what you got off of like 4 or 5 quarters. Why not invest in as long as you're doing the whole bomb?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seems like that was probably the max back
Stop
then.
Yeah,
by the
that's
bank.
equivalent to $380,000 today.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And it took down 44 people.
Souls.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
but-
farmers still say that even to this day they find remnants of their body parts during plowing.
That's
time.
not possible.
Farmers insurance. I don't know.
Feet don't biodegrade?
Is okay. So
Perfectly intact thumb.
it would lead to this, right?
Yeah, it would have to. Especially nowadays.
Yeah. How many years did this go on? It went into the 2000s.
I saw
really
it was
mainly till the 70s,
Yeah.
but there were like
Yeah.
a couple left, like in the 2000s. I think.
That's
Wow.
novelties.
Right.
I think you could still bring it back. If
Fucking
the airlines probably will push back on it, but I think it's some. I'll be down. That's a good
Oh,
insurance
I was
company.
dumb enough to buy travel insurance one. You know, like at the end when you buy your ticket, it's
Right.
like, for $29.
Right.
And simple, yeah. And
I had a legitimate
I'm telling you,
excuse.
Adam, let's get, man, we could put
Let's
it
get it
right
back.
there at Burbank. Burbank, they let you do everything at Burbank Airport.
We'll put it right
It's already a
next.
throwback.
It's
airport.
already a
Long
throwback.
Beach
Might as well.
Airport, 2 or 3.
Yeah, $100
Right.
bucks gets you a $100,000 policy if your family, if something happens.
love
Planes always land.
We'll put it next to the Amelia Earhart statue.
Right.
And half those guys are going to Vegas anyway. They're going to be playing the slot machines.
Yeah.
Just
Get 'em
feed it a
started.
couple quarters early before you hit the road.
That's smart.
It seems like a weird business model because all you have to do is suffer one big payout into the tens of thousands of dollars to make it up a quarter at a
Yeah,
time.
the
Yeah.
quarter was the foolish part.
People had to really be sinking quarters into that thing.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Young Adam wanted to do it.
Well,
7-year-old
yeah,
Adam.
young
By the
Adam
way, we
literally
need to
doesn't
talk
have-
about how you think like that
Yeah.
at 7
You got
years
a
old.
business mind.
He was already an entrepreneur before entrepreneurship.
This guy hated his mom.
That's all you need. TMZ reports that, oh boy, Andy Dick is really having a tough go of it again. He got a visit from the cops after a guy he's living with whipped out a gun while they were live on the web. I watched the whole thing. It was like a half an hour. So I'll just give you the details and I'll show you a clip. So Andy's been staying with this YouTube guy in Vegas who calls himself Wappy Flanker. And things went awry over the weekend during this live stream. TMZ reports that a third man went over to Wappy's place and an argument broke out. Then Wappy pulls out a gun. There's a second part to the story, but here's a clip.
You know what Andy Dick is actually becoming? He's becoming the real Breaking Bonaducci.
Oh my God.
Andy
Taking it back
Bonaducci
over.
did that,
The
train wreck
right.
show, but have a bottle of Smirnoff vodka that was tap water, and then he'd suck half of it down.
Are you
and-
suggesting something was cooked?
from what I know of the man, I'm going to say yes. You know what I
Okay.
mean? But I think Andy's actually living
He's breaking
that
dick.
life. That's right. He's
So
breaking dick.
this is about a minute-long clip, and then I'll tell you the second half of the story.
Dude, the next person that shows up at my door unannounced to is getting a bullet in their fucking
That's Wappy
chest.
Flanker.
I swear to
Andy
fucking
Dick's on a
God,
cot.
you can put that on record! I will kill you if you show up at my house unannounced, motherfucker! So you better stay the fuck out of here! You have no idea who you're fucking with, and I'm getting this close to the edge! You fucking faggots! Clip that, bitch!
I want to make sure he's going to let me back in here. Because
Poor Grubhub guy's showing up in a second.
No, they gotta go, dude.
Yeah,
They're
but you're letting him back in, right?
No,
you
I
have
don't
to
know,
go.
dude. I don't
Andy
know.
seems chill.
You guys can come
He's
back.
on his cot.
You guys can come back.
Well,
You'll be
so
good. Just
Like a nurse's
we'll
station
text
cot.
me either way.
Text me.
what do you want? Want me to
Oh, is he going to get punched
They're gonna
again?
get their content, dude. They're gonna get it, dude.
Don't get
You know what I'm saying, dude?
I don't like that.
Now he's Wappy Flanker. Kicks a
Did it.
stool.
Drop heel
You want
kick
that
on the
content
stool.
on your fucking face?
All the while, people are watching this and sending money, and
No one's increased any money though.
they do later.
Okay.
What's up, bitches?
What's he?
Come to my door!
He's going to do that to your fucking
He
face.
karate chopped
You
the bar
fucking
stool.
Fucking bitch! What's up?
Now he's
Get out
getting
of
the
my
gun
fucking
out.
house right now, motherfucker!
Need some
I
JP
have a gun
Wild.
right now. Get
Yeah.
the fuck out of here! That's it! You fucking kidnapper, extorter, motherfucker, go!
What are you talking
Don't,
about?
don't fuck with me, dude!
They seem
Neighbor
fine.
taps on the ceiling with a.
The guy I feel bad for is the guy in the unit
Yeah.
above,
That's
freshly
right, the
divorced,
shared wall. Yeah.
trying to start a new life.
Now listen, Andy.
No, you're trying to do some fucking shit. Don't
He's
come
grateful.
back here, dude. Don't do it. You better call me before you do.
I do kind of miss bro talk,
Yeah.
Dude,
You didn't fucking
Yeah.
know.
fucking
You
know.
fucking.
Oh, fuck.
I'll let you up, bitch.
You want to find out?
You are in the
Extorter.
wrong
I
fucking. You better maintain,
To
dude.
fuck around and find out.
You are this
Fuck.
close to. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
they're all like the age where they should be talking about 401ks.
That's right.
And stuff. You know
Talk-
what I'm
talk about
saying?
life insurance policies.
Diversifying, and are you gonna get into
Term
crypto?
life hold.
Are
So
you-
then,
Andy, are you getting into crypto?
so then law enforcement sources told TMZ that police received a call from someone who was watching the live stream, and they're like, you got to go do a welfare check on Andy Dick. So Andy told the cops he was fine and he wants to stay at this guy's house, but then later the cops come back and Andy Dick has his backpack on and he's like telling the cops like, this guy won't let me leave, he's keeping me here. So then they escort him out. Like, it is a wild scene. And isn't he engaged? And he got, well, we know he got laid out a couple weeks ago, getting
Yeah.
hit hard.
Yeah, in the face. I don't know. It's all drugs, What can you do?
It's all
Yeah.
drugs and the most powerful drug, man. I remember someone saying like fame. Fame
Yeah.
is like the most powerful. You're always chasing it. Once you've had it, hopefully not me.
Yeah.
I got it at an older age. I'm good, huh?
You know how to act.
Yeah, I went to therapy.
You did?
Yeah.
Learned how to be famous?
No, learn how to like control your mouth and not tell people, what are you doing? Put on a shirt.
Well, let's talk a little Johnny versus Amber. We haven't really gotten into this. I did start watching the trial today. Can't stop watching it. So boring. Such an odd combination when you're watching a live trial. He took the stand today.
I've been watching some of the coverage on like Entertainment Tonight.
Yeah.
They
Don't
have like
fucking bullshit us. You
they have
watch
like
the
hard.
TMZ.
No, I do watch TMZ, but then I also watch it. And they have some like hard hitting insights. Like he wore his hair up the day before, and her hair was down. Now he's got his hair pulled back, and it's like, we're reading into this about he had his hair in a ponytail. Now
What
it's
about
down
something
to
that happened on the
her-
witness stand?
her
Next,
hair.
we'll talk to a body language expert.
Yeah, they're never wrong.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, this is a $50 million defamation lawsuit against Amber Heard.
I got Mark Garagos is like, I have no fucking idea what he's doing. This
Why?
is insane. This is the worst lawsuit ever. Like
I've heard the same thing.
Mark Garagos is like, at some point, your attorney is supposed to say, "Look, I like the fact that you're going to pay me for 7
I like the
weeks,
retainer.
but there's nothing here."
There's zero response.
Like
Well,
you
because
really,
even
like
if
Mark
he
says,
wins,
Mark says all the time, like when you're if they don't want to do it on contingency, have that thought. He said, "There's no way this is on contingency.
Right.
Nobody would do this.
Right.
There's no case here." So when you say, "Look, whether you slip in our bathroom and you can't find an attorney that'll take it on contingency, that means he thinks you have a shitty case. When he thinks you have a great case, then he'll take it.
interesting.
You know what I mean?
But I guess the point, like my guess would be, if he wins, what does he really win? Like a correction from a newspaper, or he's not going to get an apology from her.
Hey, he's not getting $50 million from her.
Well,
although,
she's countersuing for $100 million.
Oh, okay.
So they're fine.
Arms
Everything's
race.
great. The team was also going to bring up, like, he said last time somebody shit in the bed and he thinks it was her, and then there's a threesome situation with Elon Musk and Cara Delevingne and her, and it's they hate each other, man.
And he's like, he cut his finger,
Yeah.
and then the
Had
therapist
to leave
all have
and go
to-
from Australia to LA
all
with the finger.
All the therapists have to weigh in,
Yeah.
and then there's always the tax. But look,
He's really into wolves.
Yeah.
Have they said that?
Nice.
All right. It's a great commercial, just him and wolves
When
out
you're-
in the desert. I
oh,
love
that's
it.
right.
I love it.
With whatever
Savage.
cologne that is.
Savage.
Oh yeah, he drives through the desert and thinks.
Yeah.
And then
Matthew
stops.
McConaughey.
If I was the other attorney, he's like, he does commercials where he says he's a savage, and he's with wolves.
That's right.
Give her the
Right there
money.
in the
Boom.
name,
I would be a great lawyer. Right there, I would have won the case.
Every commercial for cologne has a guy stopping somewhere you would never stop
Yeah.
and getting out of the car and
Contemplative.
somehow taking something in that you can't take
Right.
in because you're too feeble-minded,
Sure.
you know,
Yeah.
the hawk flying over top like as if they're communicating,
Carolla.
You stop in the middle, in Henderson
Yeah.
or the county line between Vegas
Yeah.
and California. There's nothing there.
You gamble at whatever that. What's
Yeah.
that?
Whiskey Pete's.
Yeah.
That's where you gamble.
Yeah. Yeah, he's thinking though.
Savage.
I would love to get Mark's opinion on this. I read an article today about possibly why Chris Rock wouldn't sue Will Smith, and this actually made a lot of sense.
Airport life insurance.
Yes, he said. This person, this whoever the lawyer was, said in order for him to win, he'd have to show damages, and damages would mean to your, financial, that you were out of work. If anything, I think it's the other way around. Chris's tickets are selling for 4 times the
He's
price.
slumming it at the Wilbur.
That's
Come
right.
on. You should be playing
right.
arenas. I play the Wilbur.
Yeah, one slap and those tickets went through the roof.
Yeah, damages. You got to prove damages.
Yeah,
gotta
you
go-
prove psychological.
Well-
That's the biggest damage of them all.
You're right.
Psychological. The fact that I'm embarrassed. This lives out there forever. And my daughter, I'm a father. I'm a 53-year-old black man who got assaulted by another black man on stage in front of the whole world. My daughters don't even look at me the same.
Oh, it's good.
Wow.
Hey, you know,
That's tough.
you know what you
Hey.
do
Hey.
if you're the attorney, you go, you get in front of the jury, and then you have Chris Rock over there, and he's suing, and at some point you tell your associate, call you on the phone, right? And then your phone rings. And you quickly grab your phone and bring your hand up, and Chris Rock flinches.
That's very Brady
Flinches.
Bunch.
I love it. Yeah, starts
it.
palpitating.
It's PTSD.
It's
Right. You
seared
go,
into his
oh
mind.
my God, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Don't
We're a
try to
great law
swat a
firm.
fly
We're
away.
a great law firm, Carolla
Yeah.
and Labor.
That's
Carolla and Labor.
I like
Carolla and
this.
Labor.
I am going to give you an example of damages paying out for a gentleman. And the headline and the first line, like very salacious, very clickbaity, but Just let me tell you the story, and you might end up agreeing with the guy. I don't know. A Kentucky jury has awarded a man $450,000 who sued his employer after he asked them not to celebrate his birthday at work, and they did anyway. Now, let me keep going, because that is a great line, and it is true. But Kevin Burling told his manager at Gravity Diagnostics in 2019 that a birthday celebration would cause him immense stress. But they didn't heed his request. They did it. He had this monumental panic attack. And the next day, Burling had another panic attack when his supervisor chastised him for stealing his coworker's joy and being a little girl, and then fired him.
So this place, like a diagnostic place, does MRIs, CT scans. If this guy's that fragile, I don't want him operating the machines.
He alleged in his suit that the company discriminated against him based on a disability and retaliated against him for demanding a reasonable accommodation, like don't celebrate my birthday, please. The jury returned the verdict after 2 days, and they awarded him $300K for emotional distress and $150 in lost wages. And the attorney for the company said it continues to deny liability and is pursuing its post-trial options.
I think any kid who's ever attended a birthday party that had a piñata's there's going to be a class action lawsuit to see this majestic animal beaten
Llama.
with a mop handle
To death.
With its innards
Pillows
falling out,
spilling
cascading.
Yeah, I think there's a lawsuit there.
Yeah.
I'm 100% on this guy's side. He asked. He requested. Hey,
He's-
man,
yeah.
don't celebrate my birthday, man.
Yeah.
I'm a grown man. You want to give me a gift? You give me a bonus or liquor.
Yeah, exactly.
Do not sing me happy. Come in here with Rachel bringing the cupcakes and stuff. I don't want to hear Rachel. Just give me money or liquor. Give me a bottle of blue. Give me a bottle of blue.
Yep. John
and
Walker Lewis,
celebrate.
5:01 p.m.
I've shut down people at restaurants. I've shut my wife and
Oh, I
friends.
hate
I've
that.
my wife. I've embarrassed my wife. She says that's so embarrassing. Where the whole staff come and they start. I tell them no, and I've stood up and I know
Turn
I
around.
sound like an ass, but no, you don't have to. I love you guys. Thank you, and I shoo them away.
Dun, 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 dun. We're wishing you happy birthday.
Back to the
that down.
kitchen.
Yeah, we don't need that. We don't
Well,
need that.
but speaking of wives, maybe the boss, a lot of guys have this. They do that thing with the wife, or they go, "Your 40th birthday's coming up. We need to do something," and they go, "No,
Yeah.
no."
Little old me.
And then you talk to her best friend, and you're like, "Well, she says she don't." Yeah, she says she doesn't want you, but of course she
Just
wants
went
you
through
to
this
do
with somebody.
something.
Yeah.
See, we don't know.
Yeah.
Guys don't really know when someone is going, no. They go, "Oh, okay, being modest. Oh, shucks, fine.
But I
We're
don't
gonna
know,
we're gonna
like-
get something going."
Yeah.
Those are those gray areas.
I think
Adam, between for real. Like if Adam tells me don't say nothing for my birthday, I'm not saying nothing. I'm getting him some kind of classic hubcap, maybe a steering wheel. There you go.
Maybe.
Did you know that Paul Newman threw away the steering wheel? It's cracked. There you go. I got it off of eBay. Is it approved? Maybe. I don't know.
So you're not going to call him a little bitch and say he's stealing his coworker's joy?
No, I'm not gonna say. I understand him. That boss, he deserves. I'm glad he got the $300,000. That was worth $300,000.
I'm with you in that. I think when you came in, you were offered a water,
Yeah.
and you said no, and then Chris had to double back, like you're
We'll
gonna
get
get.
it.
No, that was Kevin.
No.
Oh, that was Kevin.
That was me. I took the water right.
Kevin did it.
I did
Sorry.
take the room temperature. He was like cold water, and then he was like, "There's room temperature
Right.
over there down the hall," and I went and got it.
My feeling is if someone says no to anything, I just go, "I heard you. We're gonna go do something else."
Keep it moving.
And they
Except
go,
for my wife, though.
Right.
The wife, I
There's
never
always these
listened
things
to
like,
her.
Come on, you would enjoy, or like whatever. It's like I will take you if you say you don't want to party. You don't want to party.
Yeah.
No party for you.
Let's test it. Hey, we're about to get on this flight. How about the life insurance?
No.
Oh, you got me.
Well, let's talk about a piece of memorabilia. We love movie memorabilia and auctions and stuff around here. So
It's crazy that those machines were at every airport.
it's insane.
It's hard to imagine.
And
Yeah,
it's crazy
that an
that-
airport an airline would allow that to be next to their kiosk.
and that I was
It does
7.
portend bad things.
Yeah.
I was 7, and I was like, for a quarter, I could get one drumstick off an ice cream truck,
or
$35,000.
First lesson
I-
in investing.
Yeah. I just want to put it out there to your producers that I think they need to find one of those guys that own the machines and get it out here. Tell you about the whole
Yes.
scam.
Could you
Fuck
find
yes.
one on eBay for
I
under?
looked.
Oh.
I looked when we talked about it. There's none on there.
Do you think it's the kind of thing where the insurance company collected and then crushed them or something like that, where they can't just scatter them out to the wind? There's some You know, like a
Probably.
medical device or something.
Well,
I think
if-
I want to say it was a scam. I want to say it. I want to put it out there.
That
They
never would've
never
paid
paid
out.
out to
That's what
nobody.
I'm saying. I'm saying they
Never paid out,
once.
and then someone went to jail over it. They did like a week. Back then,
yeah.
they didn't give you that much
They
time
never paid.
for cocaine. Or,
If we do get a machine here, I think I would put in a couple quarters that if we were doing a show and a plane crashed into us, we'll get a payout.
Yeah.
I'll put in a couple quarters
just
every
for the
day.
drive home.
Yeah. Something to think about. So we have a new piece of scary memorabilia up for auction, and the bidding begins today as you hear this. The axe that Jack Nicholson's character used in The Shining going up for sale through Gotta Have Rock and Roll Auction House. The bidding begins on now and is expected to fetch as much as $100,000.
It's going to go for more. We did this one, didn't we?
Well, maybe it was in prep to go
Sounds
to bidding.
familiar.
Got the
Yeah.
hero axe.
The
Here's
axe
Johnny.
was, the major part of the movie. Used to kill, spoiler alert, Scatman Carruthers' character. Very good condition.
Spoiler.
And
We cut
is,
that out?
and is if you haven't seen it by now, it's a 50-year-old movie. Displayed in a shadow box frame. It's still, it's in great condition, and you can bid on it now.
Used once.
That's right.
Oh, twice.
How many takes?
Yeah, the memorabilia is going nuts, and they're estimating $100,000. I think it could be more.
I bet more.
Well,
When's it going off? Sorry.
as you hear this, as you hear this today, so tomorrow. And just to put a bow on this, because we talked about it a while back and now we have the answer. Good news for the guy who paid over $500,000
I
for
saw that.
Tom
Tom
Brady's
Brady's
touchdown,
football.
touchdown pass. He doesn't have to do it. They kind of left him holding the bag for a minute, but according to TMZ, he's able to get the attorney's able to get his client out of the deal, and the record 624th touchdown pass of Brady's career will now be returned to the seller, and no terms of the deal disclosed. But he's not on the hook for that.
Well, good, because he was going to have to blow up the airplane that Tom Brady was on, because their first game's an away game against the Giants.
Oh, it'll still be the preseason.
That's right.
Exactly. It'll still be his last touchdown.
All right, let's bring it home.
You got it. I'm Gina Grad, and that's the news. Oh, bitch! You better sit down for this.
That was the news with Gina Grad.
Well, then there's LifeLock. Tax season is always crazy, but it'll feel a little less stressful, or I should say a little more stressful, if you fall victim to scammers pretending to be the IRS for personal info, bank accounts, or want you to wire them money. It's important to understand how cybercrime and identity theft are affecting our lives. Every day we put our info at risk on the internet. In an instant, cyber criminals could harm your finances and good credit. Good thing there's LifeLock. LifeLock helps detect a wide range of identity threats like your social security number for sale on the dark web. You'll have access to a dedicated restoration specialist if you become a victim, so protect yourself with LifeLock. Right, Dawson?
No one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions at all businesses, but you can keep what's yours with LifeLock by Norton. Join now and save up to 25% off your first year with promo code ADAM. Call 1-800-LifeLock or head to lifelock.com. Use promo code ADAM for 25% off.
Bert Kreischer's going to join us tomorrow. Orlando Leyba can be found at Largo at the Coronet. That's here in Los Angeles. That's April 26th. And then Moon Tower, Just for Last Festival. That'll be tomorrow, as you hear this, through through Saturday. Heylando.com is where you can go to find out all the official particulars for Orlando Leyba. Kevin Dalton, you can check his website out, kevinforlosangeles.com. And I'm going to be in Indianapolis, Helium Comedy Club, May 6th and 7th. Come say hi and just go to adamcroll.com for all the live shows. And until next time, this is Adam for Orlando, and Kevin and Gina and Ball. Say it! Mahala.
I'm not a pushover either.
Well, what I did is I just walked up to the kid while he was standing on the sofa, and I said, hey, look, I don't know. I don't want any problem. I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Art Fuss! Fucking right in his Adam's apple.
Dad, you have to stop punching my friends in the Adam's apple.
That's a lesson you don't learn twice.